October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.
Got to make do the next best thing, which is Joshua Buatsi. Do you know what I mean? Josh. I think we're in it. I think the lights are on.
Yeah.
What colour do you want?
Red, please.
Oh, powerful and strong.
Usually would have said black, but yeah, red today.
Powerful and strong like you. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Joshua Senna Buatsi, and he's back.
Yes, October. Thank you for having me. Thanks for coming as well, man. Appreciate that.
Listen, as soon as I seen that press conference, I think the email must have dropped in, and within 30 seconds, I was like registered on the list.
Do you know what's mad? It was meant to be yesterday.
I know it was.
Yeah, but some stuff happened on the flights, so I came in. I landed yesterday.
Oh, it's your fault.
The airline's fault. Yeah, the airline's fault. But we still made it, and you came. So
You like to cause trouble, don't you?
nah. But before we start October, I got something to say.
Come.
I have to apologize to you for not getting my win in the last fight, because you're always like, Wes is gonna win. He's gonna win. So I was like, when I see you in real life, I'm apologize to her. So here, my formal apology to you.
You know what? You're going to make me blush. Luckily, you're carrying the red mic because you might have seen it a little bit in me. But I did say to you, it was going to be a tough fight. Remember I said that?
Yeah, you did. It was the press for that fight.
Yeah.
I remember that. And it was, to be fair, it was. And people have said, "Oh, good fight. It was a close fight. What did you learn? It was fight of the this and that." But I say, regardless of how close and how exciting it was, in my sport, you have to win.
You have to win.
There's no second place. So yeah, it's cool it being a good fight and that, but okay, it's like, all right, cool, should have won, you know.
I get it. But how was preparation for it? Because to me, I loved it. I think I must have started clapping. I think it was round 6, you know, when it got really interesting. When you was like trading to and fro.
Yeah.
That was not for the fighters, but for the entertainment, for us guys watching it. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
How was the training for it?
The training was hard, and you know, I always say to people that training has to be hard, because if the fight gets hard and you haven't been there before, then what's your coach going to tell you, or what's your mind going to tell you? But I've been in sessions where I'm like, I was tired from a long time ago, but you still got to soldier it through and thug it out. So training was good for that camp. It was very hard. Training is training. Things happen. You go in, you feel good, you don't feel good, whatever it is, but you still have to fight. The appointment or the appointed time is still on that day. So we did camp, we got in the fight, and we didn't come out on top.
You didn't come out on top, but there's ways of losing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You didn't get annihilated.
Yeah.
You were both in trouble at times.
Yeah,
It was to and fro.
Yeah.
Some people had you winning. It was one of them. It was just exciting, and it was
It's good.
a boxer's fight with power.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We can get boxing, we can get the fencing, and
Yeah.
everyone's moving and shaking around the ring, but this was entertaining with it.
Yeah.
So thank you for the show.
No worries.
It may not have ended the way you wanted it to, but we were
Yeah,
entertained.
the fans won, they came out on top.
Definitely. I want to ask you about your coaching team. Now, you've got to remember, Josh, I've been watching you longer than you've known who I am.
For real.
I've had my eye on you for an extremely long time.
Yeah.
I've watched you fight. I've always said this in every conversation that we've had. I nicknamed you the surgeon because of your clinical accuracy, the venom that you have in that ring when you go for your opponent. You really go to hurt them, and I like that. This natural spitefulness that you have, that's what caught my attention with you in the first place.
Yeah.
I also heard you was an absolute terror in the amateurs. Unfortunately, I haven't watched your amateur fights, but people have said behind your back that you were an absolute dog.
It's 3 rounds.
In the amateurs.
It was a sprint.
Okay.
Come out the gates, 3 rounds, you close your eyes, you're done. Do you know what I mean?
The professional game, you took the ball by the horns. You had a different team.
Yeah.
Now, what made you change your coaching team? And the reason why I ask this is because I'm still not sure that you gel or you perform your best with Vergil. And that is no critique of him. It's the fact that I believe you have to really gel well, and your performances have to improve. You understand? Like you're in a relationship. If you don't become better as a couple, what's the point of being together?
I think so. The initial move was because I knew going forward and being a defensive fighter, yeah, I can do all. Not a defensive fighter, sorry. Going forward and being an attacking fighter and doing this and doing that, I could do that. So I said, I need someone to teach me certain things. I need someone to teach me to use the jab more, know when to use the jab, know how to protect myself, know how to stop someone from doing something, know if you need a few rounds off, how to take it off, how to be just smart and crafty. And there's a lot of little things that I've learned that I think when people watch boxing, they'll be like, oh, we don't see it at all. But when I look at some of my fights and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what I was doing in that round. It gave me time to, I don't know, breathe or not breathe, or it allowed me to put pressure on him without actually doing anything. Whatever it is, there's little details that I felt I needed. And when I watch all the top level fighters fight, I see what they're doing and I'm like, okay, this is what they're doing. This is how they've been training, because I didn't know how to do that kind of training. This is the level they have to be at mentally, physically, and now I can say I've gone there. I've done it, and I know what it takes to train and operate at that level. But prior to that, I didn't really know that. I just knew that it's, I don't know, 6 rounds, 8 rounds. If I'm stronger than you, I'm gonna beat you up. Let's go. And at the top level, to an extent, it works because it depends who you got. But also at the top level, everyone's got that dog in them. So dog and dog, you gotta think, oh, what more can I add to what I have to come out on top? That's how I think. That's how I see it now. I may be right, I may be wrong. Do you know what I mean? So it was for me to just add experience into my team and to learn little things that I think, yes, when you watch boxing, you may not see it, but like I said, when I watch all the top fighters and I study boxing and I break it down and I see some stuff they're doing, and I'm like, wow, that my head's gone October, because I'm like, this is crazy. But I know I'm watching it with my boy and he's thinking, what did we just see? Nothing amazing happened. But in my head, I'm like, my goodness, did you just see what he did? Bought himself time, did this, made the other dude panic for no reason. Like, and for me, it's boxing. Do you know what I mean? So I look at it and I always said I needed that, because all the aggression and going forward and this and that, I've been doing that, you know. So I wanted to add more to it. So that, to let you know, that's how my thinking was.
I have a different eye to you. Your eye is of the fighter. You will see intricacies that me and a lot of the fans won't.
Yeah.
But some of the things that you explained to me there, I believe that you did them already. You probably needed to hone into them a little bit more.
Okay, yeah,
but you've just described the fighter that I remember. Yes, okay, defensively, we can all tidy up on defence.
Yeah,
we see the top guys with some really leaky defence. We see that. But tiny little changes, I believe, would have got you to where you are. Do you think, Josh, and this is your opinion, that the coach makes the fighter or the fighter makes the coach?
I think boxing is boxing, right? And I was saying this with my dad. I think your coach is going to tell you what to do or whatever, but the fighter has to still execute it. So do I think the coach makes the boxer? To an extent, because the coach is going to give the advice and the fighter's going to believe the coach. If you're my coach, October, and you're telling me something, because you're my coach, I'm like, cool, October said, you know, dude's tired, so let me jump on him. So I'm going to do that because the coach said that to me, and you win, and, you know, you get the praise as the boxer, but the coach was the eye that you didn't have, that he was telling you. But then also, you can be a great coach, October, and you can tell me all the things under the sun. And if I can't execute it, it doesn't mean you're a bad coach. It's just that I couldn't execute it. So I've got a weird opinion on this one. I don't know. What do you think? Does the coach make the boxer, or does the fighter
I think it's the fighter that makes the coach.
Makes the coach. Okay.
I think I'm going to give the power back to you. Mm-hmm. You're the one with the skill.
Yeah.
The coach is like a third eye.
Yeah.
It can help you make the adjustments.
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, Vergil and Andre Ward, son of God.
Yeah.
He was the excellent fighter. His coach got him along the way. But how many people have repeated what Andre Ward has done?
Not none that I can even think of.
Because it's the fighter.
Yeah.
You're the one with the power, but that's how I see it. Like I said, I'm not in the gym with you day in, day out.
Yeah.
But that's just the way I see it. I think that you're a really good fighter. You're an exceptional fighter.
Thank you.
You've Everyone needs improvement,
Yeah,
just like I need
yeah.
improvement doing this. Nobody's
You're really good at
perfect.
this, but I hear that.
But it's you. You're the one with the power. So I want to see, when I see Joshua Buatsi, when I see his first 4 fights, I see a certain fighter. When I see fight 4 to 10, I'm seeing a little bit of growth. It's baby steps, isn't it? You learn through the experience
Yeah,
that you have,
yeah.
who's ever in front of you. Just like cooking, you're
Yeah.
going to get better at it if you keep on doing it.
True.
Do you understand? And that's the way I see you guys. You're in the kitchen, you're preparing your food, but you know, you've got to have the right recipe and it's got to fit. And I don't know. I'm just not sure. I'm not convinced on the fit, and I don't want you or your
What-
coach to find that disrespectful.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
my opinion.
Yeah. Who would you say is the fit then?
Whoever you were with before, but maybe somebody that could sharpen up what you already had.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I didn't see you doing anything wrong. Because remember, it's who you were in the beginning that caught my eye. That was when I was like, who's this?
True.
Who is
The
this?
same way that October, I'm not fighting the same people that I used to fight.
True.
I used to
You've
fight
gone up
guys-
levels.
Yeah. Now you fight guys that are also full time. You fight guys that are also as obsessed as you are. You fight guys that are also watching, they're deep. They wake up thinking about boxing. They go to bed thinking about boxing. So just the whole competition and the dedication of fighters you fight is just different. But I do hear what you're saying.
Do you film study?
I sit in the yard and I live on YouTube. People say, "Oh, do you watch TV? Do you watch this series? Do you watch Netflix?" Not really. I'll be on YouTube watching some great fighters and seeing what they're doing and seeing how I can add it to my game as well. Yeah.
So what is the perfect Joshua? What is the perfect Buatsi, Senna? When you see yourself achieving your goals, yes, there's world champion. But when we look at styles of fights, when we look at people looking at you, what would you want to be remembered for? What's the legacy?
Looking at me, people looking at me. I think. Do you know what I think? I think some of the fights that I've had October, I've had to box differently. I've boxed Bilotniks where I had to
Yes.
box a bit more and take him out later. I've boxed like a DeSantos or
Yes.
a Spider. They're all different. They're all different fights where I've had to fight differently. Like an Aziz, I've boxed differently. So I can't say there's a specific style for me. I think people are like, "Oh yeah, Buatsi's gonna come forward." Then you can get in the ring and I might go backwards. Or
Okay.
you might say, "Oh, he's gonna go backwards today." Then I might go forwards. Like I don't think there's a specific
Style.
Yeah.
You want to be known as being adaptable then?
Yeah, because you have to. Like, if you're used to just going forward and you fight a strong guy that's not going to let you come forward, what do? That means you're stuck. And I would hope I wouldn't like to be stuck. Do you know what I mean?
One thing I will say about you is you don't run out of ideas. You have got boxing IQ.
Yeah.
But I just feel it in my bones that you can be so
Another level
much
to it,
better.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But I know I've got to wrap this up. I've got to keep it succinct, but there's so many things I want to speak to you about. And one of those things, Josh, you are onto your third promoter. Are you like this with women? That's what I want to know. Do you like run through, like, have
Listen,
you got a holy
October-
Pagyal and
October, the
it's
thing
just-
is, I think, hear this, you have to be where you have to be. Like, for example,
You ain't scared of leaving, I'll tell you that.
nah, if it's time, if I think this year, if you are being paid more to do the same job and you want to look somewhere else, or you're being paid more to take the same risk, I don't think it's that deep. Let me tell you something, October. Someone works at Tesco's and they move to Sainsbury's. Do you think Tesco's is crying or screaming, or they're not even bothered?
Boxer might be.
And this is the thing. This is when you come to our world, it gets a bit
It's
deep.
more smaller.
Yeah, but Tesco's, you left Tesco's, then you left Sainsbury's to work for Lidl. Do you think Tesco's and Sainsbury's are talking? Oh, she's at Lidl now. They
Your
don't care.
your value, though, and this goes
Yeah,
back to what
they
I was saying
don't- they don't
before.
care.
Do you, when you look at yourself as a value,
Yeah.
as a commodity,
Yeah.
what do you see yourself as?
I see myself. I'll tell you this. I see myself at be where you have to be happy and to be paid well to take the risk. Because guess what? When it's all said and done, October, there's 1,000 million other fighters. When your career is over, where you were paid the most, where you felt valued the most, whatever matters to you, were you in that place? Because your career is so short. My career is short. So when it's all said and done, mate, like I don't sweat about it. I don't even think about what you were saying. Like I don't. At the end of it, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, there were 3 main big promoters in England. I boxed for them all, had a good experience here, there. All right, great. But at the end of it, I want to say, whatever I needed to do to make work for myself, I made work. And fighters have to think like this. You have to think, because you might think your career is long, but it's not long. It's a very short career. I've seen a lot of great fighters and a lot of fighters that are much more talented than myself, October, that when the career is over, they've got nothing. There's
Nothing.
nothing to show for it. Damn, you have something for that risk you took every time you stepped in that ring.
And that's one thing I've always admired about you, your
October,
business
be
acumen.
anal about it.
Yeah.
Be anal about it. Be mad about it, because when it's all said and done, yo, like these guys get on with their lives, and there's a new fighter on the
on the
scene,
block, and then you're put in the bin. No one cares.
Damn.
Mate, hey, while the
that-
sun shines, right?
That's what I'm saying. In October, when that happens and there's a new fight on the block, say cool. When it was my time, I did what I had to do. I
No
got what I had
regrets.
to get. I was where I needed to be, whether it's 3 promoters or 2 or 5. I was where I needed to be. Make sure you're good. You have to make sure. October, when it's all said and done, make sure you're good, because, and fighters, please make sure you're good. Please. And lastly, October, we do the fighting, right? So when the pie comes in from the fighting, make sure you're getting the bigger cut of the pie. You are the fighter. You are the one that risked your life. I promise you, we have to go here, but I don't want to wrap up because I've got so much to say about stuff like this. Be anal about it, October. I can't even be mad about it, because it's gonna be done soon. Then there's a new person on the block. And then you're sat somewhere. To wrap up, October, yeah, I've got someone close to me, former world champion, and he's like, Josh, do you think that world title in my living room brings me money today? I said, I don't know. I said, bro, you were world champion. You done this. We saw you in America. You boxed all around the world. He says, Josh, it means nothing. He says, right now, bro, I'm working. Like, I have nothing. He's got kids. He says, I have nothing. Right now, I spoke to him, October. He's far away from his family, doing what I think is a horrible job. And I said, how? I said, you were world champion. He says, Josh, let me tell you something. If I could do it again, I'd almost go where I was valued and I was paid well for the risk. I said, you got a belt. He says, it means nothing. He says, come to my house now and take it from my living room. It means nothing. And I think the same about this man. And it's sad. This person's close to me, October, so it's very sad to hear that he was world champion. He said, Josh, after I lost my world title fight, he said, I tried to go onto my iPhone and Apple didn't recognize my face. He said he was battered and bruised for it. So with all that said and done, just make sure when it's done that you're good. And that's all I can say to fighters, man. When it's all said and done, make sure you're good. Make sure you can sleep at night. Make sure your family, everyone's good. Because the game we're in, there's always someone next. And before I turned pro, they always said we're on a conveyor belt. There's loads of people coming in. So just make sure when it's your time, you get and you do what you want to do, and then you bounce, because someone else is coming up. Even when you think you're the main man, there's someone else coming up. So, and don't take it personal. So when it's all said and done, it's not personal. It was business. Make sure you were interested in your business. You're not in anyone else's business. I'm so much and so zoned in to the Joshua Buatsi business. It's unreal. Every day it's Joshua Buatsi business. There's no other business I care about. Honestly, and I say this to my
believe
boys
ya.
around me, it has to be about your business. Some of my boys are so chilled about their contracts and what's going on. And I'm like, wake the hell up. I'm like, bro, wake up. It's about you. Get to know it. They're like, oh yeah, but my lawyer. I said, cool. Get to know what you're in. Get to know where you stand in your deal. Get to know where you stand in your contract, because it's about you. It has to be about you. And when it's all said and done, they carry on. Their life goes on, and your life goes on. And where does it leave you? We're being bullied off to wrap up, but I'll tell you, I promise you, I've got loads more to say.
Listen, you need to be coming and saying it on my channel.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Joshua Sena Buatsi. Always a pleasure.
Big up. Thank you so much.
Get
man. I
that
appreciate
world
that.
title, please.
I will do, man. I will do.
And make
It'll
it
give
worth
me,
something.
It'll give me the platform to say something. But like you said, most importantly, it'll give me the platform to say something. And before I go, there's a great coach. He said to me, Josh, all these world champions I had, when they were younger, I'd ask them, what's important? To be paid well or to be a world champion? And he said when they were all younger, they all said world champion, world champion. He said, Josh, I asked them now at an older age, And they said it was almost to make sure you had the funds and the means to look after people and your loved ones. So when it's all said and done, October, make sure you can look after the people around you. The title and that is great. And that's still the chase. That drive is what will keep you going. But along that journey to getting that, make sure you're collecting, make sure you're doing what you need to do. And it's October, we gotta go. Pressure on.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.